What's up, bro? What the fuck? 콩콩콩콩콩.
Oh shit!
Ma'am.
Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, The Cool Cat Who Loved to Stay Warm. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. Whiskers was not just any cat. He was the embodiment of coolness. With his sleek black fur, piercing green eyes, and a calm, collected demeanor, he had earned a reputation as the coolest cat in the neighborhood. He never got flustered, never chased after the neighborhood mice, and certainly never showed any enthusiasm about food. Whiskers would simply saunter past his food bowl, glance at it with mild disinterest, and then return to his favorite spot, the top of the bookshelf. It wasn't that he didn't like food. It wasn't that he didn't like playing. It was just that Whiskers didn't need anything. He was above it all, or so he liked to think. His usual routine was to curl up in the farthest corner of the room, high above everyone else, and gaze down on the chaos of the world. Whether it was the humans running around or the dog barking in the backyard, Whiskers remained unbothered. He was calm, collected, and, most importantly, cool. But despite his icy exterior, there was one little secret that Whiskers kept hidden from the world. He loved to be warm. It wasn't something he ever openly admitted, of course. The mere thought of it was enough to ruin his image. The idea of a cool, aloof cat enjoying the soft, cozy embrace of a warm blanket or the glow of a heater was something he simply couldn't entertain. But as the days grew colder, the secret became harder to ignore. It was the middle of winter when Whiskers' battle between coolness and warmth reached its peak. The wind outside howled, and a biting chill filled the air. Inside, the humans turned on the heater, and a gentle warmth began to spread through the house. Whiskers, perched on his favorite shelf, eyed the heater warily. It emitted a soft, golden glow that seemed to invite him, but he resisted. "I'm too cool for that," he thought. "I'm above such things." But as the temperature inside the house continued to drop, Whiskers found it harder and harder to stay in his usual perch. His fur, once sleek and shiny, now felt slightly puffed up with the cold. He shivered, just a little, but quickly composed himself. "Stay cool," he reminded himself. Yet, the warm glow of the heater beckoned him like a siren's song. One particularly cold evening, Whiskers couldn't ignore it any longer. He padded quietly down from his perch, making his way to the living room, where the heater hummed gently. There it was, glowing invitingly in the corner. Whiskers paused for a moment, staring at it with a mixture of fascination and disdain. "I can't let anyone see me. I can't let anyone know." But the warmth was too much to resist. With a final glance around to ensure no one was watching, Whiskers jumped onto the couch, stretched out lazily, and positioned himself right in front of the heater. He closed his eyes and let the warmth wash over him. The soft, comforting heat felt like a hug from the inside. Whiskers tried to keep his cool, but a soft purr escaped his lips. It was as if the warmth had unlocked a hidden part of him that he didn't even know existed. He lay there, basking in the heat, his tail twitching in contentment. For a few glorious moments, Whiskers was no longer the aloof, mysterious cat he prided himself on being. He was simply a cat enjoying the simple pleasure of warmth. The next morning, as Whiskers settled into his usual cool routine, he didn't expect anyone to notice his new fondness for the heater. But fate had other plans. His best friend, a cheeky tabby named Pippin, entered the living room and spotted Whiskers lounging near the heater. Pippin had always been the polar opposite of Whiskers. He was energetic, playful, and always up for a cuddle. He loved warmth as much as Whiskers loved being cool, and he couldn't help but notice that something was different about his friend. Well, Pippin said with a grin. "Look who's found the warm spot." Whiskers froze for a moment, his eyes narrowing as he tried to maintain his unbothered facade. "What are you talking about?" he said coolly, attempting to sound indifferent. "I'm just observing the heat. It's for research purposes." Pippin raised an eyebrow. "Research, huh? What kind of research involves snuggling up to a heater like a kitten?" Whiskers flicked his tail nervously. "I'm not snuggling," he replied, his voice a little too defensive. "I'm just getting some sun." Pippin smirked. "Sun? There's no sun, Whiskers. It's snowing outside. You're getting heated and you're enjoying it. There's no shame in it." Whiskers, realizing there was no escaping the truth, let out a resigned sigh. "Fine," he admitted, "I like warmth. But don't tell anyone. I can't have my reputation ruined." Pippin's grin widened. "Your secret's safe with me, Whiskers. But I have to say, I think you're even cooler now that I know you're a fan of warmth." It's a cool secret. From that day forward, Whiskers didn't try to hide his love for warmth. He still maintained his cool persona in front of the others, but when no one was looking, he would sneak off to the heater, curl up in front of it, and soak in the warmth. He even started to enjoy a cozy blanket on cold nights, though he would always act like it was no big deal if anyone walked in on him. And though he never completely abandoned his cool cat image, Whiskers had learned something valuable. Sometimes, even the coolest cats need a little warmth to stay content. After all, a little warmth never hurt anyone, and it certainly didn't make a cat any less cool.